Hello boys, girls and other, and welcome to Rock's Reviews. This is where I review movies, and right now you may notice my tone is a bit melancholic, and it's because Toy Story has always had a special place within my heart. And after seeing Toy Story 4, I'm a mess. Let's just say Toy Story 4 fucking sucked. Okay, I have so many emotions. I watched it like 3 days ago and I can't stop thinking about it. I've literally been so restless after watching it. I made countless notes explaining stuff that was wrong, stuff that didn't make any sense. And okay, I know people will say it's just a kids movie, but thing is, the audience shows that it's so much more than that. After Toy Story 3, you know that scene where Andy gives the toys to Bonnie and then everyone's crying. It was a good franchise. And the thing is, I loved the animation for the new movie. I loved it, absolutely loved it. It was amazing. I think the animators did a wonderful job, but the story was so... This is just my opinion, and there will be spoilers ahead, so this is a big spoiler alert. Toy Story 4 has literally just nullified any kind of meaning that the franchise had. The core of Woody's character was loyalty, to be there for Andy or Bonnie or like any other future kid that would want him, and he never gave up on Andy. Within the first few minutes of the movie, there was a flashback from 9 years ago while Andy was still a kid. Let's say 3 minutes of Woody and Bo. And Bo is leaving for one reason or another, and she wants to go. Woody almost left with her, which doesn't make any sense. Cramming 3 minutes of a flashback from 9 years ago does not justify Woody's desire to leave at all. It doesn't make us as an audience believe it. Throughout all of these movies, we've been invested in this character. He's so grounded. He's loyal to Andy. He's a natural leader and a good friend, and someone who won't ever give up on their owner. I couldn't believe I was watching the same character by the end of it. He never showed or expressed his desire to leave the group. The only time I can think of is when he paused in number 3 answering Rex, where he says, yeah, even Bo. But that wasn't because he wanted to leave. It's because he missed Bo and he loves her. Toy Story 4 has literally shown that Woody throws the core of his character out of the window for Bo Peep, who he has not seen in 9 years. Woody has literally thrown his loyalty away to his kid. In the previous movie, she was a soft-spoken girl serving as Woody's love interest. I feel like the change in Bo's character is quite literally the whole women are more than just a toy and they can do it too kind of thing. I feel like Pixar is just trying to force a feminist message when there wasn't any need to. Their representation of female characters was so good. It was progressive, it was ahead of its time. The movie came out, what, in the 90s, 2000s. Exhibit A, Andy's single mum. She managed to raise 2 kids all on her own. Exhibit B, Jessie. She doesn't allow her panic disorder or her trigger in regards to Emily affect her or become like the core of her character. She shows that she's strong and capable, especially as a cowgirl. In number 4, I wasn't invested in Bo's character like I was with Buzz and Woody and Jessie and everyone else. The thing is, 9 years ago, Woody stayed behind for Andy when he was given the chance to leave with Bo Peep. By the end of the movie, he leaves and he doesn't stay for Bonnie, meaning that what he and Andy had was one of a kind and special. And it also shows that Bonnie didn't make Woody feel loved enough. In Toy Story 1, Woody was so attached to Andy and jealous of Buzz because of the love that he was given beforehand by Andy. In Toy Story 4, Woody isn't jealous of Sporky or Forky, whatever his name is, because he wasn't given enough love by Bonnie. Bonnie was made out in Toy Story 3 to be this kind of amazing girl who plays with all of her toys and makes an effort to include them, just like Andy. But no, she's not. She's pretty much like Harmony. Her attitude towards Woody is literally Harmony's attitude towards Gabby, just less explicit. And this is the one thing that really gets me, because Andy made sure to emphasize just how much Woody means to him, to Bonnie, when he was giving the toys away in number 3. And think long term here. When Andy comes home from college, etc., he's gonna want to see Woody. And what's Bonnie's reply gonna be then? At this point, I would have rather Woody just went to college to prevent all of this shit. This is what I don't get, because without Woody, the whole group is thrown into chaos most of the time. Toy Story 1, they didn't believe him regarding him and Buzz. Chaos. Toy Story 3, they didn't listen to him about daycare. Chaos. They suffered because of Lotso. They almost died. See, this is the biggest fucking thing. 3 minutes of a flashback from 9 years ago does not justify Woody leaving the group after everything that they've been through, that after everything that's happened. Every single movie, Woody has made an effort for his friends. He never gave up on them. He never gave up on Andy. He never gave up on Bonnie. But what really gets me is that essentially they all gave up on him. They literally launched Buzz Lightyear's character to infinity and beyond. Quite literally. Andy was better off giving the toys to Sid. At least he would have used them. You know, I think the only way to fix this is by making a Toy Story 5, believe it or not. And here's my premise. Andy finds out that Bonnie lost Woody, and he starts looking around everywhere, in yard sales, antique shops, and then by some chance, Sid finds Woody and remembers that Woody is alive. The two combine forces to go and find Andy. Obviously, Woody ditches Bo for Andy. I feel like we all have that one special toy that we will never get rid of. You guys should put your thoughts in the comments. I just didn't like it. I didn't like it, and I don't know if it's because the thing is, so many people would say, oh yeah, it was a great movie, I loved it, I think the ending was really good, but to me it does not make sense. If it made sense, then I would agree. Thank you guys for listening, and I'll see you in the next video.